All right, Coolie Foolyites, gentlemen.
My fellow boys and girls.
Yep, there you go. I'm Michael. I'm here with Mr. Sterling.
Hi.
I'm also here with Mr. Ryan.
Hi, everybody. I missed you, Fullyites.
Yeah, we did miss you guys. We had a we referenced it a couple of times throughout 24 Bears, which we'll get to here in a second. But it's been a year. Not a good one, but definitely a year.
Not a good one.
Not a good one.
It's just been a year.
It's just been a year.
I mean, it ended pretty well. We got 24. We tried 24 beers. We met Billy Bonka.
We did again.
We did.
We officially introduced him as an official character. That's the thing we did.
Yeah.
But before we
The
get
canon
there,
has been rewritten so many times.
shut up! Don't worry about the canon. It's gonna be rewritten again. Hold on, I got a notebook and shit for this. Hold on. But
He killed
no.
Ryan.
Oh no.
yeah. Oh no is correct. But before we open that can of worms, I would just like to say hello and welcome everybody to our end of the year podcast 2024 edition. This will be a great thing to listen to while you're eating your breakfast, driving your car, taking a poo. It's awesome. But I want to address the.
I was gonna say that too. It's
Yeah,
like taking a shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. So I do remember last year's podcast. I said we were gonna try to be more consistent with our uploads, and then we had about 10 months where we didn't upload anything.
Yeah. The majority of the year.
Yeah, so majority of the year. So what had happened was, just because of the current state of Kalufuli, those of you who have been listening and watching us for a while know this, but we don't really have a studio. We're not really getting paid for this, and I am more or less in charge of getting everything together, and so that is the filming and the editing and the equipment. Like everything kind of starts with me. That's just the state that we're in. And I had a family emergency right at the beginning of the year. Like, that's how I started the year, was with a family emergency. That took up a lot of time, took up a lot of resources. And I'm still dealing with the repercussions of that emergency. However, as the year went on, things did start to get more organized and things were started to calm down enough that we were able to deliver the 24 beers. However, outside of 24 beers, the only other things you guys got were 2 videos, being Wolfhound Whiskey and our 2-year anniversary video. But outside of those 2 videos and the 24 beers, I just did not have time. I did not have the energy nor the motivation to really deal with other projects. And so that is why we sat dormant for roughly 10 or so months where we didn't upload anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About.
I mean, we did more filming, but those are kind
Yeah.
of shelved at the moment.
Yeah, and we can revisit those here in a second too. So,
They're on the shelf, basically.
they are currently sitting on the shelf.
Yeah.
Speaking of things on the shelf, Wolfhound Irish Whiskey was one of those items that were on the shelf. So that's the first video we released. Ryan, what do you remember about that video?
If I remember right, I think we got like teary-eyed, I think, in the video. It almost looked like we were crying, or you mentioned it, or it looked like I was, or whatever it was. I can't remember. But we tried it. It was for St. Patrick's Day. And it was just afterwards we found out that the alcohol lost its flavor. So I think we even mentioned in the video that it didn't have that much of a kick that I thought whiskey would have had. And yeah, I mean, we could have done better, but it was kind of like it was like a spur of the moment thing. Like, I kind of just remembered, oh, today was St. Patrick's Day, and we're like, oh yeah, that's right. Well, hey, look, we have Wolfhound Irish Whiskey on the shelf here. And it turns out it was an open bottle for how many years? So it lost all of its flavor.
Yeah, so pretty much nailed it on the head. It was a last-minute video. And so what I might do, I'm going to say this now. I want to revisit Wolfhound just because I don't think it got a fair review, because it's an old bottle. The bottle's been opened for probably, I think that bottle's been sitting there for at least 6-7 years, and it's been open. And so it tasted very much like alcohol, but all of any kind of flavoring in there was gone. So it was basically like we were drinking straight rummy alcohol.
Yeah, I don't even
And so-
remember what I gave it as a ranking, or what you gave it either.
Let me look. Let me check because I have the video in front of me. We probably didn't rank it very high, but what I want to do. Oh, we did. You gave it an 8.
Oh wow, okay.
What did I give it? I gave it a
didn't rate it.
7.
7.
Okay.
So you gave it an 8, and I gave it a 7, and that is for a whiskey that had 0 flavoring.
It still had a
essentially.
kick to it, I think.
Well, wait, that was the alcohol that was left. And so there's a part of me that wants to revisit. I don't know if we'll revisit this year.
Yeah.
If we do revisit this year, I can't guarantee it'll be St. Patrick's Day again. We might do something else. I don't know yet at this time.
St.
However,
Patrick's Day on the Strip. The guys go down there and we start drinking alcohol at the bars.
Oh boy, but I do want to revisit Wolfhound just because I feel like it didn't get a fair review due to it being opened and old and losing its flavor. So I want to give it a
always
fair
down.
review.
I'm
Yeah,
always
yeah.
down.
So I want to give it a fair review. So you and I will be revisiting that at some point in the future. I just don't know when.
Ooh.
And so that's what happened with Wolfhound. And I'm actually going to go through the bar and clean out the bar and get rid of all the old alcohol that has been sat dormant for.
Wait, Michael.
Yes.
You can totally correct me if I'm wrong, and I know you will. But
Fact check comes out.
didn't we? Was the Spanish Love Songs video last year or this year?
That was last year. That was 23.
Okay. That's right.
Yeah, I have our
That was a
page up
good
in front
video.
of me, so I'm scrolling through things. So
I should probably do the same. I'm going to. If you hear clicking on my end, then it's definitely me looking our own channel up.
yep. But yeah. No, the only videos we released early in the year were the Wolfhound Irish Whiskey, which will be revisited, and then our 2-year anniversary video, which is another fun one that I think we filmed those on the same day. You can look at the
It
thumbnails
was.
and tell. Yeah, we filmed, which was very much 70s porno inspired.
Yes, we literally did cupcake porn with our mouths. So you're welcome
Dude,
for that.
I'm
Good.
I'm here for it.
We could have charged you extra or uploaded them to like an OnlyFans Coolie Fooly, but we decided, you know what? It's our birthday. let's give the
Ryan.
gifts a special treat. You know.
How
Ryan,
many-
Don't tell them about the OnlyFans yet.
I'm
Come
sorry. I'm sorry.
How many
There
cupcakes
is no
did we use for
OnlyFans
that
yet.
shoot? Because didn't we buy a pack of like 10
We
cupcakes?
bought-
And I think
No.
we used like half of them.
No, I don't think it was 10. I mean, what is it wasn't it like, don't they come in packs of 6 or something? Or it
Oh,
could have been 10.
we definitely bought more than 6.
But we ate. Yeah, no, we went through a few because we kept laughing and messing up. And I think I don't remember if we did this or if you kept it. Oh, I just banged my mic. If we kept this in the video or not. But I thought we like smashed the cupcakes on the ground or something, or on the bar. And
I smashed mine on the bar when you
you
came
smashed
in.
yours. But didn't we
Yeah.
do like slow-mo takes of that or no? Or am I just imagining things?
No,
Because
so
I
I'm
thought
looking
we
at the
went
video
through
right now.
So
I
many
don't think-
different ones.
I don't remember because what was happening was you're right. We couldn't get through it with a straight face.
Uh-huh.
And so I think if I'm remembering right, because this was early in the year. I think we shot this
Oh,
in like,
yeah.
February or something.
It had to be around St. Patrick's Day, so in March.
Well, no,
Maybe?
because we recorded it earlier, so it had to have been the tail end of February when we filmed it, because I had to get it ready to upload for March.
Oh,
And
yeah,
so,
true.
So we probably shot it the tail end of February. And so if I'm remembering correctly, I think we got a bigger pack,
Uh-huh.
and then we blew through most of them because we couldn't. We ate so many cupcakes. I just remember eating a fuck ton of cupcakes
I
because we
remembered
couldn't.
it too, yeah.
We couldn't get through the takes with a straight face. I think we ate like 4 or
Well-
5 cupcakes a piece before we finally got the takes that we needed.
Did we do
So,
and again, now see, this is my fact check moment. But did we do the that time too? Wait, did we eat the tiny little pizza?
Oh,
Pie
I'm gonna censor.
things?
I'm gonna censor this because that is a video that's sitting in the vault right now. We
Okay.
did film it and it never came out.
Was that the same time too? Because I thought we
I-
did that and ate cupcakes, and that's why we got sick. Or I was like, I even said, "Oh, my stomach
You
doesn't
got
feel."
sick?
I don't know. I don't remember. I thought I just because you eat so many pizza things and then you eat cupcakes and you're like laying on the couch and you're like, oh God, I shouldn't have eaten that. But I don't know. I could have been wrong. I could be wrong. But I thought they were around the same time.
So I want
or
to
something.
I'd not to totally derail the conversation, but I want to point something out, which is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah,
that we haven't talked about yet. This year, we had probably the biggest milestone of our channel. We passed 100 subscribers.
Oh shit! Why didn't we open with that? I'm fucking
yeah.
stupid.
I don't know. we have 104 subscribers as of right now.
104.
And so
Yeah, round of
so
applause for the Folioites.
Yeah, there you go.
for all 104 of you, thank you for being here with us. This wouldn't be possible without you guys. So thank you. We really appreciate all of you for watching our stuff and for watching us make fools of ourselves on the internet.
Yeah.
For free.
For free, yeah.
For free.
So, Ryan, I have a trivia question for you.
Oh, okay.
I have opened the Cooley Fully Vault for 2024. How many videos... Actually, I'm gonna for Ryan and Sterling. How many videos do you think are currently sitting in the vault that haven't been released?
And now, is this only for
Currently
this
sitting in the
year? Or is this
Only this year. This is
only this year?
And try it specifically. So not the other
Okay.
thing that we did, but try it specifically. How many unreleased try it videos are currently sitting in the vault?
9.
There's at least 2. I'm gonna say 6.
Holy shit! Sterling nailed it.
Oh, man.
Hey.
I was only
I'm-
3 over. You can't give me double points?
No, because Sterling nailed
Why?
it on the head. And so I'm going to censor this for the audience because there's a potential that we release these just as little bonus videos if I feel like getting back to them. It depends on the quality because we have new cameras, we have new equipment to play with, so I don't want to go backwards in quality. So it fully depends on what the footage is like.
Oh, yeah, that was
and how
before
we
the
can do it.
cameras, wasn't it?
Yeah, we filmed it on my phone still.
Oh,
and
yeah,
so,
that's right.
And so Wolfhound Irish Whiskey released, and so that's no longer in the vault. However, we have that Ryan and I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
So that one's in the vault. We have the
That's what they were.
the
Oh, that's right.
the
I'm getting flashbacks.
I think that was Sterling and I who did that
Oh,
one.
yeah, I can't do peanut butter.
Yeah. And then this is another. I don't remember. I think it was either Sterling and I or you and Sterling. But we also had.
Yeah, that was me.
I don't remember that at all.
Okay, so that must have been me and Sterling who did that one. So those are the Try It episodes that are currently sitting in the vault, along
But
with the
I thought the sodas were try-its too, or no?
No, that was something different.
Okay.
So
This is just going to be a lot of
Well, basically,
yeah, it is going to be a lot of
basically,
beep, beep, beep.
Folioites. What you're hearing from the beeping constantly is that we've got some content lined up for you, and
Potentially.
They're secret.
and we're gonna make more next year.
Yeah. So the reason I'm calling them vault videos is because, like I said, I don't want to go backwards in quality, and these were all filmed on my phone. And so if I deem them good enough content, I will edit them and release them. So like I said, there's 6 in the vault right now. There's a potential that all 6 release. There's a potential that only one of them comes out. There's a potential that like a handful of them come out. So like they're there and they might come out. I just can't guarantee that all of them will come out. Maybe 1 or 2, but probably not all of them.
We can't guarantee their safety.
No, I can't. They will be executed via firing squad.
There you go.
However, whatever we do release, we know you guys are gonna love it, because we always put a ton of love and care into our content for you guys.
Which is
And
why
so-
I didn't do anything this year because I was not feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. By the way, I'm kind of just as we're talking about stuff, I'm kind of just going over our analytics, because I'm the analysis guy.
Yep.
And
He knows math.
you guys have really been showing up for 24 beers Folioites. So we really appreciate it. All of our videos are doing really good considering we haven't uploaded in a long time.
I am shocked, honestly.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, I'm not just speaking for myself when I say that you guys are the reason that we're doing this, and the reason why we're going to continue doing it, because we love y'all, and it makes it worth it. You know, when we look at all of the smiling faces that we see. So thank you guys.
People do love Office parodies.
They do be loving Office parodies. That
I
is,
just want to point something out. I mean, whose idea was that? Just saying.
That was
everyone.
Billy
Round of applause
Bonka.
for Sterling.
That was Billy Bonka, technically.
Round of applause for Billy. In lore, in universe,
lore,
it was Billy
in
Bonka's
canon.
idea. In the canon, it was Billy's idea. But
Yeah.
But
in
yes,
real life,
in
it
real
was
life, it
Sterling.
was Sterling. Sterling is like an animator on a cartoon show. Like the main guy is credited with the creation, but Sterling was the guy that drew it. So
Yeah.
I'm actually, I don't know if y'all know this, but we've been getting comments on our videos
oh really?
on 24 beers.
I know
What-
Anthony commented because
what are some
I
of
think
these
I liked his
comments?
comment. Yeah, what are some of the... Oh, just for context for the audience. We are recording our podcast on... It was December 9th. And
Yeah.
so we only have 9 videos of 24 Beers to work off of in the current moment. That's just for context for later. So, like, 24 Beers is currently airing but not finished. We're only 9 days in at this point.
Yeah. So we've got from @Barbungus. Do you know who that is, Michael? Is that Anthony or?
Barbungus.
No. I think Anthony's commenting under the Suso account, I'm pretty sure.
Under the what?
His Twitch handle, so it should be Suso, or your boy Suso is what he would pop up under.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not seeing that, but I've got a few from Barbungus here, dating back to day 3.
Ooh.
And he's actually commented quite a bit. He says that the Billy Bonka beer packaging is fire.
Dude,
of course it is.
Again, the Billy. Since we're here, since we're mentioning it, thank you. What was his name? Barbungus.
Yes.
So Mr. Barbungus, or Mrs. Barbungus. I'm not looking at the profile right now.
Mr. Mrs. It, whatever
Yeah.
animal you would identify as.
Yeah. Barbungus, good fellow, good Fooleite. Thank you for complimenting the Billy Bonka packaging. I would like to give a shout out to Marshall. And for Marshall for doing that. So Ryan and I sketched it out. It was a base idea that I had. Ryan kind of helped with it. So Ryan and I gave a very rough, like it was a rough sketch. It was awful to look at.
Insert photo here of the Muppet can. Insert the My Muppet can design.
Insert the terrible drawing that Ryan and I put together. And Marshall took that and made our beautiful Billy Bonka art.
Yes.
Well, also Marshall is a great artist and literally just told me to sit still and took like a bunch of photos of me with the Billy costume on and literally just sketched it out.
He made you get dressed
he
and
did
then
that.
took pictures
So-
of you.
So then literally that one look you got, I don't know why. I just like, he told me to look at him like a side glance and then that took off and I loved it. So I was like, yeah.
So Michael, can I like some of these comments?
Oh yeah, go for
Or
it.
can I respond to some of them?
Yeah, go
What
for
are
it.
some of the
I
other
just-
ones you see that they say real
Yeah,
quick?
yeah.
Well, there's somebody named Brooke that I went to a concert and met her at the concert, and she so on a couple of the episodes that I'm in, I'm wearing a Swaco shirt that I got at the concert that I went to that I met this girl at, and she said nice shirt, and so I'm gonna just put
Nice.
a little like on there.
It's
My,
like
Billy
someone
Bonka
else
packaging is fire. I'm
comments.
gonna-
They're like, "What the hell did I just
like
watch?" It's like-
Dude, the day that comment happens, I will just start laughing. It was like, because they're gonna be like, "What the hell did I just watch?" I'm like, buddy, same.
You're only touched the tip of the iceberg.
This is just the tip of the iceberg. But
Like, all right, hold on, go on. What else, Sterling?
Sorry, I'm responding to Barbungus about the Billy Bonka beer packaging. I'm saying thank you. Billy is nothing if not an expert marketer.
Yes, Billy.
Yeah, so-
Billy sends his regards.
Yeah, so normally I'm the one who kind of looks at that. Actually, no, Sterling's usually the one who looks at that. I haven't signed into the account since I uploaded everything, just because I was like, we're starting to do a thing now where I work my ass off. I do a lot, so I usually take December. I'm going to start taking December off, and so
Bungus, what a homie. For day 4, he says Coors Light 5 out of 10, chocolate beer 8 out of 10, Coolie Foolie Media 10 out of 10. Here for the midnight post time. Dang. what a homie.
Wait, what does he say for the 10 out of 10?
dude, that's us. We're the
Coolie
10 out of
Foolie.
10.
Oh, okay.
We're the 10 out of 10. He watched it at midnight.
Nice.
Christ.
You know what? Good for
Dude's
you,
here
sir.
Officially-
for the release.
You are a true
Officially an
Fooleite.
OG
You give the Foolyites a good
Fooleite.
name.
They do. but yeah, I'm taking December off from outside of uploading the videos because I'm the only one who can really upload shit. So outside of uploading stuff, I'm taking breaks in December just to kind of get away from media so I can, live my own life. So
You have a life?
Sterling, unfortunately. So Sterling has been the one doing all the social media updates and currently responding and liking your comments and stuff. And so yeah, so Brooke and Barbungus, and Anthony. I know Anthony's listening. I know he's commented at least once. Shout out to you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the comments, the likes, the views, all that. But honestly, shout out to everybody who's watching because after taking almost the entire year off, I had this conversation with Sterling a couple days ago. I was not expecting 24 Beers to do very well. And the fact that episode 1's and episode, like the first couple episodes are in the upper 40s for views, is more than I thought we were going to get. And so we're doing a lot better than I thought we were going to be doing.
How
for
much
taking the
higher
year
is
off.
that than, let's just say last year's first episode?
Last year's first episode, last year's day 1 is at 62.
Oh, okay. All right.
And so it's not that far behind. But our production quality has gone fucking through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Which Ryan, would you like to tell the audience what month we started pre-production?
Oh, Nightmare Before Christmas by Tim Burton is an amazing film. But this time we went reversing that and we had Christmas in October before Halloween.
That's not when we start. That's when we filmed. That's not when we started pre-production. When did we start
oh,
pre-production?
okay.
Gosh, Bob, what a homie.
Uh,
Sorry, guys. A personal friend of mine, Bob, commented quite a few times on our videos. Bob, if you're listening to
yeah,
this, I love
Bob.
you.
There we go,
Shout out to
Bob. Hold on, wait. When did we start that? I mean, was it in this summer or August? No?
It was not in August.
Okay, so it was June or July.
Yes. we started pre-production in June.
Okay. It's been a while already. I already forgot that.
I was going to say, are you doing okay over there, Mr. Sir?
No. It's like, no.
No.
I just remember, yeah, we bought new cameras in the summer, and
Yep.
we fooled around with them. We played with our new toys and figured out how to use the cameras.
Oh, we're still learning how to use
We're
the
still
cameras. We had
learning.
a lot of...
We're
Because
still
really,
learning.
the first field test was really 24 beers. Like, we
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
play
true.
with them that much until we started filming.
And
So
then
that
I think our
was-
first episode, you already noticed or one of the episodes that came out already, you already noticed there was like a height difference on the tripod. You're like, oh no.
Yeah, there was a couple issues.
So we
but
have some issues, but it's still a work in progress. But again, quality is great. It's better than the iPhone. What else can I say? Billy has a much, I guess, newer Canon. There's a bunch of
which I am also planning on working on. Over
there's
the
new
winter.
people, so coming in and out. We're expanding Coolie Fully, slowly but surely. So you might see
You're
faces.
getting ahead of yourself a
No,
little
I'm
bit.
not.
Let's-
I'm
no,
sorry.
you are. Let's reel it.
certainly
Let's
are.
reel it back to 24 beers. So
There
so
was
we started
once a beer.
Yeah, we started pre-production in about June, July. Sterling, you were on FaceTime for this. We had like a 10-hour meeting just to try to get everything organized. It was all day.
For 24 beers?
Yeah, we had like a fucking 10-hour meeting trying to go through and figure
Oh,
out
yeah.
script ideas. It was fantastic. I think I still have the photos. If I can find the photo, I'm gonna put it up on the screen. I took a photo of Ryan and Marshall deliberating some costume sketches.
Oh, that's right. I remember now.
Yeah, see, it's all coming back to you. It's all coming back to you.
Tiny bits.
And so yeah, so Sterling had the great idea of doing the office bits, and that mainly came from we've always wanted to do skit like from season 1 of 24 Beers. We had skits and they were fucking awful, and I cringe every time I go back and I see them. I hate them with a burning passion. I like to pretend that season 1 doesn't exist, but unfortunately it does, and I have to live with that.
That's where we got
every day.
introduced to the Plague Doctor and Billy and Sterling with syphilis.
Yeah. That doesn't make them not terrible, but,
It's the original story.
I know we're gonna brush past that real quick, but so we've always wanted to do skits. Year 2 didn't have skits because we had a couple issues with those. I believe we talked about those last year, so I'm not gonna rehash that.
I think we did.
Yeah. But this year, this was the first year we actually got to do skits that we actually got to work on and mold and write and rewrite. It's like this was like the first real season of 24 Beers. We got to sit down, we got to go through our ideas, we got to do the blocking, we got to do the writing, we got to do everything from the get-go, and it wasn't thrown together last minute haphazardly. Like it felt like a real production, and that made me feel fantastic about the entire thing. It was stressful as hell, but the fact that it was a lot more organized than anything else that we've done, and I feel like that shows in the final product.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was responding to comments. So I was letting you ramble there, but yeah, we did, guys. This might be like one of the most commented things that we've done.
Keep it up.
On our channel. Yeah, no, keep it up. We're going to respond a little bit more on time. I'm not going to wait for a podcast to respond to. We love hearing from you guys. At least I know I do. I love hearing from
of
you
course
guys.
we all do. We all like to see
all
most
hear
hear
from
from them, from the Foliettes.
I like being unhinged responding to you guys.
Oh God, am I gonna open this later and see some weird shit?
The weirdest. So I'll just be upfront with you right now. Bob responded on day 5, Michael, when you were having a hard time fulfilling your duty and drinking the mimosa beer. Mm-hmm. And he put a timestamp at 1441. Do it for Bob. And I just said, it's our duty, Bob. You are our duty.
You are our duty.
Next year's Call of Duty is called Bob of Duty.
Bob of Duty is
Bob
crazy.
Just insert
Bob,
photo of Bob
you're
holding
our
like
duty, okay?
a M4. It's like just like a Call of Duty cover, just with his face over the guy. Bob
You
of
said
Duty.
do it for Bob. I love that.
Do it for Bob.
Do it for Bob.
It's like the
oh, never mind.
what
I
is that
figured it out.
movie from? Like, I don't know what it's from, but it's like, okay, I don't know. I'm a bit of a movie guy, but it's like, if you have you seen a movie called I think it's Stay Gold or whatever. Like, you know what I mean. People, Foliettes, like Stay Gold, Pony Boy. If y'all heard about that, one of the kids gets killed, but then they say, you know what, we're gonna do it for Johnny. It's like, is the thing. We'll do it for Gianni. Just imagine that, but just say, we're doing it for Bob.
We're doing it for Bob.
We're doing
it for the Foliettes, and Bob is a Foliette.
Yes, he is. Everybody who listens to this podcast or watches any of our videos,
I christen
is
the
an
automatic
official
Foliette.
There you go. But with 24 Beers, again, I'm very proud with how this year came out. This is the first 24 Beers I'm actually very, very proud of. Which some of you will notice in the description, it will say season 1 and then the episode. Technically, it is season 3, but the reason we're calling it season 1 is because now that we know what we're doing with the show, we did change the name. It is now Billy Bonkus 24 Beers of Christmas. And so pretty much the first 2 years were our audition tape just to see if this was something we wanted to do. It turns out it's something we really want to do. And so that's why this year we went full on with, let's just rebrand it. We'll start it as a brand new canon. We're going to have a story behind it. And so the 24 Beers will be more of like a story-driven show that we do every year. And so technically this is the first official season of that. And so that's why we're rolling with Billy Bonkus 24 Beers of Christmas. This is going to be season 1, which means next year will be season 2. And with that, we had some fun times filming. We had some issues filming.
Yeah.
So Ryan, you haven't seen it
All
yet.
of the issues were fun.
Yeah. So it's not out yet, so I don't think Ryan has seen it yet. So episode 10 was date night.
Is that tomorrow's one?
Yes, that is tomorrow. Episode 10 is date night.
Oh
And
yeah, okay. I know where you're going with this.
My favorite skit turned out to be the worst one in writing. It was one of those scenarios where on paper and the idea in my head, writing it, the script was fantastic. The idea on paper was great. I know we all had a great time and we were all so excited to film this. But the car audio, we're still learning, new equipment. We're still learning how it works, and we're still learning how to do infield audio and stuff like that. We're not audio experts, really. And this is my fault. I should have brought the second camera to just film the audio separately, but I didn't think about bringing the second camera to film Ryan's in-car audio. And so the ADR that we did afterwards did not match at all, and I could not figure out how to get it to match up, so I couldn't use the ADR footage because it felt really forced. So I had to use our on-site footage, and because of how far away from you I was, I'm glad that the microphone picked up the audio.
Yeah.
But it didn't sound great, and so I had to play with the audio to try to get it to sound at least halfway decent. And so the point still gets across. It's still more or less a funny idea of a skit. It's just the execution kind of fell flat on that one. But to be honest with you, episode 10 is the only one I'm disappointed in. Everything else I feel like we kind of nailed. Yeah.
Is it
I think we
also
kinda hit the
because
nail
my
on it.
car got totaled? It's like after the fact.
Oh, that's right. That was your car's first and only appearance on camera because it got totaled shortly after. Do you want to tell that
You need
story?
to
Sure.
you need to tell your car to get better.
Yeah. Well, it's gone now. The new car's better.
It's gone now.
Which it does make an appearance. See, it does make an appearance in. I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, my new car makes an appearance later on. So,
Which,
but yeah,
funny enough, worked out really well because we have you as yourself in your old car before it got demolished. And
Oh,
then we
yeah,
have Billy
true.
Bonka in the new car. So it's almost like we had two different cars.
that is true. I didn't think of that actually.
It's one of those things that, yes, it's awful, but it's as a production stamp, it's kind of funny how that worked.
It was literally that night, too. So okay, so
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we filmed at the Taco Bell, and then you went home and your car got killed.
yeah, so we go to the Taco Bell, okay, and it's like whatever it is. It's like say 10 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock.
I don't think it was that late. I think it was like 8 or 9.
Okay, maybe it was at 8 or 9. So because my car got hit at like 11 something. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So we're at the Taco Bell and, I'm eating my drink and my taco or for the video. And eventually, that's it. So I pull out and I drive home. So I always park on the curb of my house, I guess, or in like the front side curb. And, that night, literally, like not even, let's just say 3 to 4 hours later, I'm still awake, and I just get into bed, and not even maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes goes by. All of a sudden, I just hear a loud like, "Arr!" and also you hear a bang, boom, like explosion. I walk out the door, and I'm thinking, oh my god, my car got stolen. But no, I walk out the door and I turn right and I look and I see my car like 20 feet down the road on the sidewalk, with its whole back bumper basically like pushed in. My left tire.
It was more than the bumper, buddy.
Oh yeah, it was more than the bumper. My whole left tire, like the rim, got knocked off and the whole tire was like deflated. The entire right side of my car got like scraped to high hell. My suspension got shifted inside the engine block. So literally I couldn't even start it if I wanted to. I couldn't turn on the lights. I couldn't turn on jack shit. So eventually it took a few days for it to get towed in front of our house. And I didn't tell you this, but somehow the guy got it to turn on, and it literally lasted for like, like 2 minutes. Like it was just enough for him to haul it up on the tow truck. So
Yeah.
that thing it was totally foobar. And eventually, yeah, I had to get a whole new car. And the new car you see is what, Billy Bonka drives in later episodes.
Which is still episode. I think it was only one episode, but I still think it's funny how that worked. Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
like that we're getting the dramatic storytelling. Because when this initially happened, you gave me the easy version. But I think my favorite part of this whole scenario was I didn't see your car in person. I saw your new car. And when I asked you what happened to your old car, you're like, "Oh, I got pictures. You want to see it?" And you were showing me the pictures, and you started with the side of the car that didn't get hit. And so you showed me this picture of your car, and I'm like, "Car looks fine."
Yeah, your
Like,
car
that's
looks
not total
fine.
at all. I was like, "You look fine." Then you swiped to the next photo, and it's the front of the car. And I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "Buddy, this isn't total." Like in my head, I'm thinking, "Bro, you got scammed. Like your car is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Like I saw the bumper
Your
was
car's
bent.
fine.
Yeah, your car's fine." And then he scrolled to the last photo, which was like the actual part of the car that I got hit. And then I was just like, "Holy shit, that thing is fucked."
Oh, yeah.
Like it was like
It was the whole
was-
left side, the whole back side, and then
it,
the
like
whole
the car was
underneath,
emoting is what was happening.
basically. It was like
Yeah,
leaning on its whole side.
Like that's what it was. Like your rear axle and everything was completely bent upwards. It's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like your suspension was shoved forward into your
Yep.
car, and then your complete rear axle from where it was hit, like your entire what was it, your left rear? Yeah, your entire left rear
yeah.
axle was like bent up into the frame. Like it was bad.
And then to make it worse, the woman who hit my car was drunk, and she peeled off.
So yeah, that's why there's two cars in the filming, is because it didn't work that way on purpose.
Yeah.
Actually, I sent out a hitman to get rid of Ryan's old car, so that
Yeah,
way we have
yeah.
something for Billy Bonka. So we had the car incident. We had the filming of day 10. Really, we didn't have. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, we didn't have that many hiccups. Like the only other thing that really went wrong, if you can say that something went wrong, was because it's the first ever time we've done a 3-camera shoot. Like we've never done 3 cameras before. The lighting is a little bit funky, and because we're still learning the cameras, the focus is a little bit funky sometimes.
Oh,
But
yeah, I guess. I haven't seen
yeah,
that.
outside of some lighting issues and some camera focusing issues, I feel like we pulled off this year pretty well,
Oh, yeah.
all things considered.
Yeah.
I
mean,
liked all the guest stars, too.
I think Michael, you and I have talked about this a couple times, but I feel like moving forward, we're gonna set this year, like 24 beers wise, as like the standard. You know, like this is the bar. This is where you know, I mean, the scheduling that we did, the writing that we did. You know, we sat up really late at night writing scripts, doing rewrites, proofreading.
That's something else.
I mean, even everything down to like costume design and prop design. You know, we actually like and you know, again, shout out to Marshall and Lehigh, graphic design. You know, we really went all out this year, and we're just going to continue to do that going on to next year.
Oh yeah. Something I want to talk about, just because you reminded me by saying the rewrites.
Yeah.
They, you know what I'm about to talk about.
What was it? Episode 6 and 7 were going to be very different.
6 and 7. I think I blocked that in my mind until you said something. So what happened
I only
was
remember
episode
7 being repeated a lot.
because 7 was fucking awful what we wrote, and so. Actually, no, it was 6. So episode 6 was fucking terrible. And I think we rewrote it like 3 times. Because like the first one we wrote,
Yeah.
I hated it. Sterling didn't like it. I think Ryan was the only one who was okay with it. And like I hated it so much that I was like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna go rewrite it. So I
don't even
rewrote it.
remember what we said for 6, by the way.
No, here's what happened. Here's what happened. I hated the first draft. And so Sterling rewrote it. And then we both hated that one too. And so we rewrote it a 3rd time. And then that episode 6 got swapped with 7. So 6 and 7 actually swapped. So episode 7 was the original 6 and 6 was the original 7. So we flipped those around. And we had to rewrite the new episode 7 so it aligned with 6. But then I lost the script. and so what ended up happening was episode 7, the one that went to air, is some weird hybrid of the old and the new script, because I don't know what happened to the new script. So the episode 7 is a hybrid of what I remember writing and what was on the original script, and we just kind of mashed them together into some weird hodgepodge of 2 scripts that shouldn't have existed to begin with.
And the reason why we know it was successful is because, you know, you watch that episode and unless you have that knowledge, you don't know. Yeah. Like it flows really, really well. And so, but yeah, that's movie magic, friends, Fooleyites, lovers.
I was so fucking scared going into editing because I was like, I don't know where the originals. Because you remember me panicking and running around the basement looking for the fucking script?
Yeah.
Because I was like, I can't, like, this is not the script. This is not the script. And I could not fucking find it.
The original script is probably somewhere where that one expo marker is.
Oh yeah. Speaking
the
of
new
that,
script. The new script is somewhere with the expo marker.
Fooleyites.
I still have not found that goddamn expo marker.
Fooleyites, this whole time, every day for 24 beers when we filmed this, Michael constantly lost shit. He would lose.
The only thing to my credit, the only thing I lost consistently was the expo marker.
Well,
the only exception to that is the episode 7 script.
And the episode 7 script, but you also asked for different things. You're like, hey, I can't find this, or I can't find that, or where's that one bottle of beer I opened, or like the fake bottle of beer for Billy Bunka because you have to keep reusing it for shots and you couldn't find that on the shelf.
Well, it's not that I couldn't find it. It was more so, can someone else get this for me? Like, I didn't lose those. I lost the expo.
But it was funny. Yeah, Michael kept asking always, where can anyone help me find the expo, or does anyone see the expo marker?
It got to the point where Sterling had to confiscate it from me because I kept losing it. Even Caden at one point was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I just kept losing the goddamn the expo marker.
That expo marker, you know, found some hole in space time, and it just slipped into like a pocket reality somewhere.
Even when you came to my house when we did the Billy scenes, you lost it then too.
I did. I also lost it at Ryan's house.
Yeah, and you're lucky I just have expo markers lying around because I teach. It's like,
you know where the expo marker was at your house?
No.
It was in the back seat of my car.
Oh my god!
Because we had gone to the park previous to that, and we just never took it out of the car. Yeah.
Listen to me. At some point, check your car.
Yeah,
I would cry laughing if it was.
I have cleaned my car twice.
Have you checked the trunk?
Yeah, I'm in my trunk all the time. Are you sure? Yeah.
It's like, Michael, don't ever have a kid. You know, it's like,
don't ever have a kid.
No,
lose it.
Not even don't give me a kid. Don't give me a fucking expo marker. Apparently,
yeah. What if we gave you chalk? What if we just used chalk? Would you not lose the chalk?
I could probably hang on to chalk. Don't hand me a brand new episode 7 script, and don't hand me an expo marker, because they're chilling somewhere together, just in the ether.
They went to hell. They're having a good old time.
Yeah, the new rewrite for episode 7 and the expo marker are just chilling in hell somewhere.
We're gonna reintroduce each other once we all get to hell, and we're gonna be like, oh my god, the marker
in the episode 7 script, the good one, because the new episode 7 was fantastic, and I'm so mad that we lost it, but I'm also really glad that we got the old ones to work.
True.
If I ever find that episode 7 script, I might recycle it for next year, just because it was a really good script.
Oh yeah.
So if I can find it, I'll recycle it. If I can't, then fuck me, I guess. But we'll go from there.
Oh, I want to give a shout out to the guests that we had on 24 Beers. What was it? We had Anthony, we had Caden, Lehigh, Belt.
Hold on.
Was Jameson on?
Yes, Jameson had one episode. He was
Yeah,
episode
yeah, yeah.
17. So hold on.
Yeah, Jameson Dan, the big beautiful man Dan.
Yeah,
he
brought
came
Dan
from
back.
death just to shoot one episode.
It was a Christmas miracle.
Yep.
Christmas Miracle in November.
Who? Michael, I keep forgetting this guy's name. Who's the? You know the one that made me laugh all the time.
That was a few people. That narrows it down.
No,
that
in the
narrows it down,
shed.
not at all.
In the shed, he was my
That was Lehigh.
therapist.
Lehigh?
Lehigh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who played
Yeah.
Scott the therapist?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Lehigh. Shout out to Lehigh. He made me break character so many times. Like he reminded me of the Mexican comedian like Carlos Mencia, I think it was. There was like a few times where I was always in tears. And so shout out to Lehigh.
Which reminds me, speaking of episode 20, that's episode 20, right?
I don't remember.
I believe
Beer-
so.
I think I have the list in front of me. Let me fact check myself. Yeah. So Beard Me Up, Scotty was episode 20. That was Lehigh's debut. The skit that we used was not a real take. That was our cold read.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we did a couple cold reads just to get everybody in the flow, as you do in live action shoots. And the last cold read we did was fucking fantastic, and everything after that was terrible. And so we just went with the cold read.
Was it
we
because I
filmed the
was
cold read.
laughing or what?
No, because we had nailed the cold read. Because at that point, we had done like 2 or 3 cold reads, and Caden was practicing his camera work. And so at that point, Caden had nailed what he was doing with the camera, and we had pretty much nailed our lines. And so that's why we voted that it was the last cold read. But what happened after that was we made the mistake of watching the cold read. And we had the cold read fresh in our minds from the camera,
yeah.
and so we all couldn't get through the other takes because we were laughing at the cold read and how good it was.
Sure.
And so it was a mix of we couldn't stay in character, you were in tears, and so I think we did like 3 extra takes and then gave up. We were like, hey, we're not going to get anything better than the cold read, so we just went with the cold read.
Was that the shed one or was that on the couch one though?
No, that was
the
the
shed.
shed.
That was the shed. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, filming in the shed was a process too.
Oh
which-
God, yes.
Again, shout out to everybody who helped with that because I know Caden was there, Lehigh was there. Obviously the 3 of us were there to do it all.
We did spring cleaning in November, basically.
We really did. So to do that, we had to basically clean the shed a little bit to get some of the bigger stuff out. And then we had to drag my bar stools from downstairs all the way up out through the garage into the shed so we could film it there.
And it looked like a Saw horror scene.
Well, that was the point.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm joking about. It was a Saw horror movie.
Which is also why I want to give such a shout out to us, just as writers, that we were able to tie this entire. It wasn't 24 random
Skits.
episodes. Like everything tied itself together. So like we had the train derailment that crashed into the AA meeting, and that's the reason they had to do the meeting in the shed. It was because the building wasn't available. So like
Yeah.
everything comes full circle. Like we tried to connect our stories, and
A
I feel like we
story,
did a
it
good job.
flows.
Yeah, like we have a cohesive story that runs throughout the season, and there's just little tidbits of information that really connect everything together, and I'm really fucking proud of
And
us.
who
for pulling that
could
off.
not help us more than Loose Asshole? You know, that
Lou
news anchor.
Sassel.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's not what you said. But okay.
You're not supposed to. It's Lou Sassel.
No, that's
It's
why he
Lou
gets angry.
Sassel.
That's why Loose Asshole.
Lou Sassel,
Loose Asshole.
our wonderful anchor man.
Or one,
But,
yeah, he literally makes the story come alive.
Which actually that brings me back to another thing that this is another thing that didn't come to fruition just because again we're not paid for any of this. We're doing all this in our own time, our own budgets, and which can make filming really hard, which is why we have to film as far ahead as we do. Because I know Sterling and we've talked about this when we were talking about 24 Beers earlier. This is very easily a shoot that we can knock out in 2 weeks. 24 Beers realistically, the way that we film it is a 2 to 3 week operation.
Oh yeah.
We just get
But-
alcohol poisoning.
Yes. But we have to stretch it out because of, like I just explained. We're not an official studio. We're not getting paid. We have to work on not only our schedules but everybody else's schedules for their jobs. And so episode 1 was supposed to have a post-credit scene. The only reason it doesn't have a post-credit scene, because we were supposed to bookend the season. We were supposed to open up with episode 1 having an end credit scene and episode 24 having a post-credit scene. The episode 24 post-credit scene is there, as you guys have all seen already, but episode 1 didn't come to fruition because of heavy scheduling conflicts. So we might recycle the story for next year because it was funny. And so I don't want to give away the information of what was in that script. But Chris was supposed to be a part of this year's 24 Beers, so we almost had another guest. But he has a big boy job that he travels a lot for. And just the way filming was lining up and his job was sending him to several different places, and it just didn't line up in time. And so, unfortunately, the episode 1 post-credits scene and Chris's beers had to get shelved, but we still had a really good product at the end of the day.
Yeah. I think we'll look back, in the future. You know what? Mark my words. Next year, when we're doing the 2025 end of year podcast, I think we're still gonna look back at 2024, Billy Bonka's 24 Beers at Christmas really, really fondly.
Oh yeah. I'm so proud of us.
Yeah.
Do you think we made the right decision, and this is for both of you, to not do a beer calendar, but to instead choose random local beers or many local ones in Las Vegas?
I am so happy you brought that up because I didn't make notes before this podcast. I really should have. So thank you so much for bringing that up. That's something I wanted to touch on.
You're welcome.
I absolutely think we made the right call. And here's the thing, it's not even just local. We just ended up with a lot of local beers. I want to do beers in general. They don't have to be local. They don't have to be from Vegas. I just want to do beers in general. But I absolutely do think we made the right call not doing a beer calendar because
100%.
and the reasoning behind that is 100% stemmed from an issue we had last year.
Repeats.
Where we had repeat beers. And that is something, if we do the calendars, we have no control over what beers we get and what we're doing. And so we can't avoid repeats because we just don't know what we're getting until we open the calendar. And while that's fun for the mystery, from a show standpoint, where the whole point of what we're doing is trying new beers, when we end up with repeats, it kind of defeats the purpose of what we're doing. And it also limits the scope of what we can do. Whereas when we eliminate the beer calendar and the pre-organized beers and we just go to, we said it in the promo, and I think we said it in the behind the scenes too for 25. We went off of vibes this year. We just picked up cans we thought looked cool, thought might be fun to have on the show. And so free roaming our cans purely on vibes really opens up our avenues to expanding out, trying different things, and guaranteeing no repeats.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, well, and also it makes it more fun because that's when you get the kind of terrible beers, which generally is a lot more entertaining than just a beer that's good.
Sure.
And so I've been given a couple of reviews that we need to pick more bad beers next year.
Oh, really? Someone said, did they like me suffering in day 5? Is that why? Was it just my visceral
they like all
reaction?
of us suffering.
They haven't even seen a lot of the bad ones yet.
There's been some pretty gnarly ones so
I'm
far.
going to be honest. From what I tried, I honestly think hands down the worst one was the Mimosa.
The Mimosa?
I don't know. Pliny the Elder.
Pliny was so
Pliny the Elder
worse.
was bad.
Dude, here's the thing. Pliny the Elder wasn't great, but I will drink Pliny the Elder before I drink another Mimosa.
We need to make that merch. I'm
You'll
glad
drink
you're
the
dead,
smell
Pliny.
of weed.
I'm glad you're dead, Pliny. It's such a hard line.
You'll drink the smell of weed is what you're telling me, Michael?
I will 100. I'm saying this now on the record. I will drink another Pliny before I drink another Mimosa. That Mimosa traumatized me.
I can't remember. Wait, who did the Mimosa again?
It was you and me.
It was you guys.
Me and you. Oh shit. Okay.
Yes. No, the Mimosa was the fucking.
Did that episode come out
carbonated-
already?
Yeah, that was day 5.
That was day 5.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't probably
Yeah.
see that or I
Yeah,
don't
no,
remember that.
no. if you're mistaking it for the other bee that we did,
Yeah,
the little
I kept
house
getting
bee.
confused so many days in a row with the wrong bee once.
Yeah, no. So
The honey
The
bee
sleepy-
one. The sleepy
no,
bee. The, sleepy
the sleep-
something.
yeah, so the sleepy bee was fantastic. The
Oh,
bee
yes.
mosa was fucking awful.
Oh, that's right. It was the orange one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I hated that shit.
You know, it was terrible. And I as much as Pliny was terrible, I will drink another Pliny.
Did I
before have
comment
another
on
bee
if I
mosa.
liked Pliny better than the bee mosa or not? Do you remember?
I know because I explicitly told you not to, and I went the extra mile to make sure
Oh,
that
okay.
because the problem we have for everybody knows this is just production in general. We can't film in order because that would just be physically impossible for us to do. Just again because of scheduling and things. So we can't film our beers in order. So we have to film them all out of order. And so my big rule on the set, there's very few rules, but my one big rule is don't reference other beers because I can't guarantee that they've aired.
You're welcome, Michael.
Yep, you were a pain in my ass for that one.
Yeah, Michael hits us.
I do hate you guys. I hate it when you do explicitly.
No,
what
I
told
didn't
you
say
not to
hate.
do.
I said hit. You hit us.
I didn't hit anybody.
Just go along with
do
the
you-
joke, Michael.
What? Okay, hold on. No, but anyway, it's like we film all of our shit out of order. And
Oh,
so
that
it's
too.
just like,
Yeah,
so-
that's why I get so confused this whole year. I was like, what?
Yeah, which is why I tell you, just treat every episode as its own, like it's a standalone. Don't try not to compare it to other beers because I can't guarantee it's happened yet. But so that's why I feel like we did make the right move without going away from the calendar, and that's how we're gonna do it from here on out. Is completely go away from the calendar.
Okay. Yeah, some of those did bite us, though. You know, it's like, oh, that can looks really cool, or that bottle looks really cool. And near the end, half of them were IPAs, and we all thought they were disgusting.
Yeah, that's something Sterling brought up. If you want to talk about the IPA issue, Sterling.
The fact that we picked like 90% IPAs and all of us hate IPAs. Yeah. So I was talking to because Bob, you know, he aforementioned Bob, he's been watching all of our videos that have been coming out for 24 beers. So thank you again, Bob. But the problem that I think we ran into this year that we can probably just look out for next year is that when you're going for like smaller brewing companies and just smaller breweries in general, they're mostly going to make IPAs because apparently it's like one of the more easier beers to make. And so we ran into a lot of IPAs, and IPAs they have a very specific flavor, which is bitter. So freaking bitter because it's like IPAs are like 90% hop. And if you've never like tasted a beer, hops are like the more hops it's in a beer is what makes it more bitter. And so it was just that a lot of those beers were so bitter and dry. So that's why I'm not a fan of IPAs a lot. We had a couple sours on there and the sours were good. So maybe we'll look out for those next year, or because we want to make more entertaining bad tasting videos, we'll just pick all IPAs.
I feel like the move is to do what we did this year and just not read the label and go strictly off of vibes again.
True.
Because I feel like that's what made this season so fun too, is the fact that it was literally playing roulette whether we'd get a good one or not. If we read the can too much, it's gonna take away the fun.
Yeah.
And so
because I was just thinking, because of Sterling just saying that, literally I just randomly thought, and I was going to ask you, Michael, like, what did we do? How many did we buy each? Like, was it 6 or 8?
we bought 8 each.
8 each?
So what we did, I don't think we've explained the process. I think we explained it in one video, but for those of you who didn't see it and are just listening to the podcast, how we did it is we each bought 8 beers because there was 3 of us and 24 episodes, and we put those beers, we wrote them down in. Oh, so what we did was we put them in the fridge, right?
Yep.
And we wrote numbers on a piece of paper.
In the Billy hat.
And we put them in the Billy hat. And what we would do is somebody would, I think it was you. You would
It was
pull a
me.
beer out of the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pulled a beer out of the fridge and told me what it was.
And
And
then
I
a
would pull a number out of
Yeah.
that. And whatever number I pulled was the day that was. And so that's, and then when we did the guests, it was more or less the same process. I took the guests that we had. Actually, the guests were a little bit more organized because I wanted to get their appearances close to their episodes. And so Lehigh only has 2 beers, but he also only has 2 episodes. And so I just made sure Lehigh was aligned with his episodes. But the ones that weren't purposefully scheduled were also completely randomized. And so how we're going to do it and how it'll be until the end of time is Ryan and I will always do episode 1. Sterling and I will always do episode 24. And then, if we have a specific guest in a skit, that specific guest will show up in that episode. But if there's no specific guest or we have a repeat guest or, however it ends up, guests will also be completely randomized. And so that's part of the roulette game is you don't know what episode you're going to be on. You don't know what beer you're going to get until until we go to film. And it's like, well, shit.
Yeah, because I was just saying though too.
My favorite Fooleite has made an appearance. Hobbs is trying to eat the microphone.
Yay, Hobbs. But I was saying is if there was if we bought 8, it would kind of take it away because I agree with what you just said that you would be looking into it too much. And me, I am a huge overthinker and I'm still trying to work on that. But I would just overthink it and be like, okay, well, we could buy 2 IPAs each, 2 meads each, 2 whatever, these beers each, so then we wouldn't have as many IPAs. But I think, yeah, that would just take out the fun. And then that would totally kind of just, what's the right word? It would just totally kind of, I think, just numb it down to, where it would be boring. We would know totally what we're going to get without it being fun. And I actually did like this because, some of all our reactions are genuine. And some of them, you open the beer or, all of them are beers. So you open the beers and if there was a smell like Pliny or the coffee ones, those are terrible.
The one with the wizard on it smelled like gasoline.
Oh, dude, the pineapple guy.
Yeah. It smelled like grapefruit dunked in gasoline.
Yeah.
That's also why I just like going off of vibes and then just doing the roulette wheel for what day the beers are going to be, because that's another thing. We pulled out that can and we were so excited about it, oh, this is going to be great, this is going to be fantastic. And then we read the can and we saw IPA and we were like, oh fuck. And then we opened it and it was just downhill from there. It's that's the fun of randomly choosing and just going off of vibes, because we didn't read the cans. We looked at the artwork on the can and we were like, this looks cool, this looks cool, this looks cool. And that's how we chose it. We didn't read what was in it. We didn't read what it was. I have to make sure there's no peanut butter or peanut stuff in it for Ryan. But as far as that goes, it's all completely random. And I think that's what makes it fun for us is we don't know what we're going to get until we go to shoot it and we actually read the can. It's like, oh, fuck, are we cooked or not?
And sometimes it's funny because it makes you hate the other person. If you remember what they picked, you're like, you asshole.
You picked this beer.
It's like, you don't even get to suffer. I get to suffer for the beer you chose. Me and Sterling are big history lovers. So he discovered the Pliny the Elder, and me and him just started geeking out over Pliny the Elder. And it was just funny that we're reading the bottle and everything, and eventually it was a Russian company making it, and it just was.
Wasn't it a Russian company that was made in the United States?
I think so. I think we looked it up after. I just remembered the Russian, and I kept talking about it on the episode and how
it was the Russian River Brewing Company.
God, you remember that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my God.
I can confirm this, dude. Ryan, before I called you, Sterling called me, and at work today, somebody came into my work wearing a Pliny the Elder hoodie.
Are you serious?
No, I shit you not. I did a double take. They walked in and it was just a black hoodie, so I didn't think anything of it. And then they turned around and I saw the giant Pliny the Elder logo on the back.
Was it that actual company?
Yeah, because it was the what was it? The Russian River Brewing Company. Because I saw I didn't read it. It was a smaller logo on the front of the hoodie, so I didn't read it at first. I just didn't pay attention. I was like, oh, there's a person here. And then it wasn't until I turned around and I saw the big red circle with the Pliny the Elder logo that I started paying attention. I was like, oh my god! Like, I had
what was your?
Vietnam
Did you like
flashbacks.
laugh in the store or what? Or what was your immediate reaction?
I went to my supervisor and I was like, you see that hoodie over there? That's a fucking Pliny the Elder hoodie. I was
You're
oh
like,
my God.
can I take my 5-minute break? I need to go in the back and just laugh my ass off. It's like,
I was devastated. I was like, damn. I told Sterling I was gonna find one and get him a hoodie.
I didn't want to interrupt because you were in the middle of a story, but Hobbs decided to meow right into the microphone, and Michael, I really don't want you to cut that out.
Oh.
I really want you to keep it.
I'll absolutely keep the meow in there, but yeah, no, I shit you not. There was a Pliny the Elder hoodie that someone who was wearing came into my work today. I thought that was pretty crazy.
That's incredible. You need to sue him
For what?
for the trauma.
For the trauma. Okay. So Sterling, I know what you're getting for your birthday next year.
ooh.
What? Oh yeah, I know. I'm so excited.
It's so exciting. So yeah, and the other thing too, do you think you guys are good on 24 beer stuff right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think because I didn't make notes again, so do you feel like we covered?
I think we
Most
covered
of-
all our bases, honestly.
Okay.
I think so.
So with that note, I would like to, because we're a little over an hour in now. I would like to retouch upon what Ryan started touching upon earlier, just because got a wee bit ahead of himself.
I get excited easily.
Yeah, he gets excited. We are expanding a wee bit, so we are going to have some new faces next year. You've already seen a couple of them. There are a couple more faces that will be joining Cooley Fully that you haven't seen yet, and so Lehigh has been coming in. He should be doing 24 beers again next year, as well as helping us with some of our art. He is one of our graphic designers, along with Marshall. Caden will be coming back to do some more shoots as well. I haven't talked to Belt yet. She said she might.
she was afraid. She was like, I remember her kind of almost like stage fright, but not really. But I just remember her saying she didn't really like to do that stuff.
It's not that she doesn't like to do it, and it's not really stage fright. It's more that she's never done
True,
on-camera
true.
things, and so she made her acting on-camera debut for 24 Beers, which also I am honored
I
that
thought
she
she did
chose.
great.
I thought she did great
Yeah.
too for her first time, and I'm honored that she chose our show to make her debut. And so that's
Absolutely.
a huge compliment for us that she agreed to come on our show for her, because she made it very well known that she had never done anything like this. She wasn't fully comfortable on camera, but she wanted to get comfortable, and so shout out to Belt for stepping out of her comfort zone and trying something brand new for her. So again, I'm not going to force her to do anything, but if she's comfortable coming back, you may see Belt coming back. I do know for sure that Caden and Lehigh will be coming back. We're going to try to shoehorn Chris back in depending on what his schedule looks like. Same thing with Jameson. His schedule's getting really, really busy. But Jameson may make an appearance or two. And I got a couple other people who I will not name currently, but I have some other people lined up for some Smokey's Try It episodes in the coming year. We're going to try and experiment with some new things, get some fresh faces. It's going to be another experimental year for us.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's gonna. I'm really excited for 2025. And I think you guys should be too. I think it's gonna be a really, really great foundational year for Cooley Fully.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The goal this year is consistency.
Yeah, I just
Yep.
want to keep making content. So
Oh yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Now that all the weird stuff that I have to deal with is more or less mostly dealt with, it should be easier to be more consistent. And so, what you guys can expect from us in the great year of 2025, we may not have any videos drop in January, or maybe even early February, because we have to film. So January and the first half of February may be contentless. But rolling into March, obviously you'll see our birthday video. But we're gonna have the same goal this year that we made last year. Come March, I want to start uploading videos in March, and then hopefully have consistent uploads up through 24, up to when the 24 beers airs in December. So hopefully this is going to be the year that we actually have consistent uploads and we can keep giving you guys the content you guys want.
Knock on wood.
Yep.
Oh, I heard someone else knock on wood. Good.
That was me.
Oh yeah.
In my
Sterling, did you knock?
experience, there's
Did you
no
knock
such
on wood?
thing as luck. You'll hear what I said.
Okay.
Okay. It tells me you didn't knock on wood, which means we're fucked. Thanks,
No,
Sterling.
we don't need it.
Sterling, me and Michael are superstitious people. Knock on wood.
I didn't hear a knock.
I
which
know.
means
I
we're
still
close.
don't
But
hear
anyway,
a knock.
There was a meow, which is
Okay. All
the
right.
luck
I'll
you
take
need.
a meow. I'll take a meow.
Yeah, I'll also accept the meow. So yeah, we're keeping the goal this year the same as last year, for obvious reasons. Just try to be more consistent. We're going to get some Smokies Try It's out. I'm going to tease it. We may or may not, depending on how the filming goes and depending on how everything works out, we also may or may not debut 1 or 2 new shows.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's for you guys to figure out when
Yeah.
they come out.
And so,
And
so
that's
once again,
Minecraft season 3. Everybody. It's like,
No, it's not.
it's like
I will tell you
Michael,
right
do
now.
the Lego movie. You know the astronaut that goes like. That's on like crack when he's like spaceship. You know he could build a spaceship. Just do that little meme and just put the word Ryan over it and the ship. It says Cooley Fully Minecraft season 3. It's like I can build a spaceship. You know, it's like Ryan Minecraft.
Minecraft season 3 is not one of those shows.
Unfortunately, Minecraft is
That thing is
permanently
crash and
dead.
burned.
I will say it's probably not. I don't want to say it's permanently dead, but it's definitely on hiatus.
I died on that hill for you. I didn't fight long.
You did. So finishing the thought. I don't want to promise anything, just because once again I don't know. Smokies Try It. I can promise. We're definitely going to try to be consistent with Smokies Try It's. But with the new shows, again, it's an experimental year. We're going to try some new things. We're definitely going to film a couple of episodes of the new show that we want to do. However, I can't guarantee that they will come out because once again, that comes back to scheduling and how they turn out and seeing if they work. I just like to be open and honest with you guys with what we're trying. And so if everything goes well, you could see the debut of at least one new show, if not both of them. But we're cooking with 2. But I can't guarantee both will actually hit the table.
Here's for us getting them out next year. It's gonna be great.
Yep. Let's get at least one of them debuted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right. Anybody got any scrumptious closing thoughts?
Wait, is this after?
We love you guys.
Yeah. We love you, Fullyites. Hope you had a great Christmas, Hanukkah, holidays. Hope your New Year's good. Hope you had a lot of good drinks. Maybe you saw a girl at the fireworks and you grabbed her and you kissed her. Who knows? But just like Dan
You
said,
walked up to that pretty girl and you offered her a Pliny the Elder.
yes, exactly. Give any girl you'd like a Pliny the Elder. I bet you she'd love you. But just like Dan
I
has
don't
always
support
said,
that.
Merry Toyotathon. Your Toyotathons are probably over by now, so happy times with that. And that's kind of it from me. Hope to see you again soon, and we'll see you in the year 2025 if World War III doesn't kill us all. Love you.
All right, Sterling,
Yeah.
any closing thoughts?
We hope to see you Fullyites next year again. Hopefully when we're doing our 2025 end of year podcast, we'll be talking about our brand new Fullyites that have come in. I just want to really nail it down that we're incredibly grateful and appreciative of all of you that have taken your time out of your day to spend some of it with us. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you guys next year. We love you and see you.
All right. And, once again, I don't really have anything. I feel like I've babbled on a lot today. And so, yeah, just piggybacking off of what these two said. I love you all. I really appreciate that you guys show up and watch whatever the fuck this is that we're doing. And we'll see you guys for more chaos in 2025.
Woo! Yeah.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, Affiliates.